Hello my amor, so welcome back again to another video. So today I will be talking about the 3 major red flag signs that you have to pay attention when somebody is forcing you a false sense of positivity. Now this video is actually kind of a continuation from the previous video that I created together with my friend Magistus, where in that video we mentioned about the top 4 dark sides that you have to be aware, especially in the spiritual and the law of attraction community. Now, I know this topic is a little bit contradicting in some ways or controversial, but this is actually a real thing, okay? In every community, no exception, not even the spiritual community, there will always be, those type of people that can be a little bit manipulative or toxic. And so in this video, I really want to bring you this topic because I am actually more concerned, especially for those new people that want to learn more about spirituality. Because I think that a lot of times people really get mixed up with the basic understanding of spirituality. I even created a video specifically talking about spirituality in a nutshell because people still think that, oh, spirituality is all about this enlightenment, about this, that ultimate awakening process, which is, yeah, in some ways it's true, but in a nutshell, spirituality is about self-awareness. Now, manipulative people, toxic people, or even narcissistic people, they are everywhere, no exception. And so I want to dive in deep into this video to give you some heads up that maybe these people that you may encounter in the spiritual community in general might not be that positive, okay? And these are all based on my own personal experiences as well, because let me tell you, I have met a lot of this type of people that pretend like they are so enlightened, they are so, I am so woke AF, but oh my goodness. And so if you are new here to my channel, then welcome. My name is Cindy Antoinette, and as you can already guess, in this place I do content for art, lifestyle, and this is my artwork, and also spirituality and sometimes witchcraft as well. So if you do enjoy this type of content, please do make sure that you subscribe, click the bell ring so you will not miss any new ones. Also, please do share this video with your friends, with your family if you find this helpful. And don't forget to like, comment down below. Let's have a discussion. If you have any ideas, any suggestion, your thoughts, whatever, let's have a discussion down below. And also you can follow me on my Instagram at Amourinette for more posts, updates, art, and sometimes mini tarot readings as well. Okay, so with that being said, let's get on to this video. So let us start with point number 1. Now, oh my goodness, this is quite personal for me because I experienced this almost all the entire time. And this has something to do with mental health awareness as well. I care a lot about mental health awareness. I am all about mental health awareness. I care a lot about balancing between spirituality and also practicality. I always see things both from the dark and the light side. Now, I personally do have some mental illnesses. And so with point number 1, what I want to talk about is those type of people that pretend like they are so woke AF, or they are so enlightened that they are literally better than anybody, or maybe they feel like they are the best at the top of the world just because maybe they meditate every single day with no skip at all. And then these people still yet somehow have the audacity to tell somebody that obviously have a mental issue or mental illness that, oh, you're just being negative, you're just being ungrateful, you are just, seeking attention, you're just being unhappy, and so on and so forth. Now, this is a major big red flag, okay? Because you have to know that, yes, we in spirituality, we learn that we are actually souls that are experiencing a human reality. But it doesn't mean that we have to, diminish or invalidate human feelings. Now, especially when it comes to psychological thing, which is scientifically proven as well, there are some things that we also have to know about the human mind. The brain is an actual organ. It can get sick. Even though you cannot literally see it physically if somebody has some mental illness or not, but it is a form of illness nonetheless, okay? Mental illness is real. I do have severe depression, but luckily over the past few years, and as I grow up, as I learn, as I improve myself as well and my own lifestyle, I definitely become much better. But it's never ever easy for people that have mental illness to control like their emotions or their thoughts, especially people with really bad social anxiety, people that have BPD, borderline personality disorder, people with schizophrenia, people with bipolar. I have a lot of friends in my life that have all of these mental illnesses, okay, and so much more. And so I think it is very inconsiderate and very dangerous for these people who act like they are so enlightened and they have the audacity to tell people that, oh, you are just being ungrateful, you are just being unhappy, and oh my goodness, why are you being so, negative all the time? Why are you being so bitter all the time to people that obviously have these mental issues that, honestly, they just need help. I mean, we just need help, okay? We need the proper therapy, we need the proper help. And especially with people that have severe depression, bipolar, and also really bad social anxiety, it's not ever easy for us to get into meditation immediately, okay? Yes, meditation has also been proven scientifically that it actually helps calm the brain, but it is not that easy for people with these issues to just immediately jump into meditation and be like, boom, like turn on a really nice relaxing music and then calm the hell down. Like, it is not that easy, it is not that fast, okay? It is very difficult actually, because we have a very overly crowded mind. And so I also want to talk about, especially with people who are victim of violence. Now, yes, trigger warning, this can be a little bit triggering, but especially people that experience abuse, physical abuse, or even rape victim, any type of a victim of harassment or violence. Of course, we would develop some type of trauma, and healing, the healing process, it's never a linear thing. It's a very roller coaster up and down process. Healing from heartbreak, healing from trauma, healing from anything really that has caused a lot of pain within us, it is very incredibly difficult. It almost feels like it is so hellish. And yet these people that act like they are so enlightened, they try to force this false positivity by telling people who are victim of violence, by telling them, oh, you should just be positive, you should just focus on the positive side of things, you should be more grateful, you should just be happy, just smile. But like, how are you supposed to expect for us actual human beings to be positive all the time, like 24/7? That is impossible. We cannot be positive every single second, every single day, every single hour of our entire life. I mean, life happens, my darling. Life happens, and I might as well say shit happens. This is what my friend Magistus also mentioned in the previous video that we did a collaboration together. He said that, darling, sometimes shit happens, okay? Spirituality is not always like that. In fact, the deepest, you know, form of healing is very chaotic. It's very cathartic. It's very, very incredibly messy. It's not about, oh, it's all sunshine and rainbow and fairies and all of that. It's not like that. My lovely amors, is not always like that. Now, this is what I personally experienced myself a lot of times, to the point I am so damn tired listening to this, which is like, you have to forgive so that you can be this enlightened, you know, person and woke AF person. But here's the thing. Sometimes, in some circumstances, forgiving is not easy. It's not easy at all. In fact, sometimes it may feel like it is impossible for us to forgive somebody that has abused us, harassed us, cheated or betrayed or lied to us. It's very, very difficult. And I have to say that forgiveness is a very beautiful, you know, power to be in. It's true. But there is a process. And again, I have to mention, just like with healing, there is a process. You cannot expect to heal yourself if you don't even feel this dark emotions that you are feeling within yourself. And so this goes on to point number 2, which is about this, you know, people trying to diminish, invalidate, or even demonize what they would call negative emotions of the human being. Now, I personally don't really even like to use the word negative, because I would see it, well, it is a darker form of emotions, which is anger, sadness, or maybe even rage, hatred, you know, all of that spectrum in the dark emotions of the human being. But here's the thing. Yes, it's dark, but is it always negative? No. Remember, darkness does not always equal negativity or evil. A lot of times people see darkness as something evil because it is something that is the unknown. And the unknown can really scare people, but it's not always bad. It's not always negative or evil, okay? When we talk about negativity, yes, it's negative, yes, it's evil and all of that sorts. But with darkness, we can actually find hidden truth in it. We can actually find a lot of knowledge and a lot of beauty as well. Let's take a look at the night sky. How beautiful is it with the full moonlight and the starlight? And for example, like when you go to Iceland, you can see such beautiful, magical aurora lights, all, you know, in the night sky, and it all happens in the night sky. You can see this beauty in darkness. And so what I want to point out for, you know, point number 2 is that, you know, sometimes this false positivity people, they try to demonize this dark emotions too much as something that is negative, as something that is the ego. Now, it actually concerns me a lot when I see people still trying to learn or talk about how to kill the ego. Like, what? We as human beings, we do need the ego. You know, I feel like a lot of times, especially again in the spiritual community, since we are talking about that, a lot of times these people see that the ego as something that is so evil. Like, oh, like we have to be enlightened by killing this ego. Like, we have to kill this ego. Like, no, darling. No, my lovely amors. It's about balancing between the mind, the heart, okay, yin and yang, dark, light, sun, moon, fire, water, there must be balance in these experiences in life. When you try to kill the ego as a human being, you may actually become even more detached with emotions. And you know, yes, I know the ego must be controlled, okay? You do have to learn how to control the ego, not to let it control you, but you still have to have it, okay? We still need it. And this is what me and my friend Magistus talk about, how and why you should actually sit with your demons instead of demonizing it and trying to kill it, okay? So if you want to watch, you can also just watch that collaboration video right after this video. And that video, Sit With Your Demons, is actually up on my other friend's channel, okay? And so talking about the darkness and all of that, like I mentioned, when you try to fight or even kill your ego, your demons, you are just, you know, creating this war within yourself. This is just further inner conflict. You're just going to have even more problems and messy within yourself. And if you don't deal with this, if you just try to sweep it under the rug, it's just going to be chaotic. And it's just going to be like, bam, the tower moment. Now, that is a little bit of an inside joke, especially in the tarot community. So, you know, I am a tarot reader myself, by the way. And so there is this card that we tarot readers always symbolize as the tower, you know, the tower moments in life, or the dark night of the soul. I just feel like some of these false positivity people are way too focused on the fluffy things of spirituality, that again, they just demonize way too much on the darker side of things, because spirituality can be as dark as possible for the sake of your own healing as well. This is not about you becoming one with the ego, you becoming one with darkness and making a deal with the devil. Like, oh my goodness, it is not at all like that, okay? And so I actually have created a video specifically where I talk about shadow work. What is it about? It's a very in-depth video, by the way. And also another one which I talk about understanding the dark night of the souls and what type of triggers, what type of events that you may be dealing with. And so last but not least, with point number 3 is kind of, you know, just like an additional message, I would say, that talks about, you know, demonizing that ego. It is not easy to balance these things. Like, I know, I get it. But I would just say, please use the logical mind and use the heart, okay? We have to believe in miracles, in magic. If you actually want to receive blessings, right? How are you supposed to expect that you are going to receive blessings and miracles if you don't even believe in the possibility of magic and life in general and spirituality? We need that self-awareness. But at the same time, since we are still living in this physical human body, okay, being in this human reality, we also have to realize that there are some things that you do need to, you know, take actions based on what's really happening. Like, for example, if you do really need help, if you need proper therapy, especially if you have mental illness, for example, go ahead, find a psychologist, go ahead, find the right therapist. Or if you still prefer a holistic healer or a spiritual teacher that can really help you, then go ahead. But this is about you understanding that in life, in this spiritual journey, you don't have to do it alone, okay? Because, you know, sometimes this false positivity people, they keep telling you that you have to be happy on your own, you have to do, it's like almost you have to do everything on your own. Now, this is one of the biggest lessons that I personally had in my life, okay? Especially I'm a Virgo, okay? I can be really crazy when it comes to my work, when it comes to my independence, when it comes to helping and nurturing other people, to the point that I just forgot about myself, okay? I am a very incredibly independent person, to the point that it can actually get quite unhealthy because I forgot to ask for help at moments that I actually need help. Especially when it comes to healing, I do need other people to help me out. The right people, the right friends that can really give me the proper, you know, healing treatment or the proper support. And so it's actually, it gets tiring when these people try to almost like guilt trip you or shame you and make you feel even worse if you feel all of this darker emotions and that you actually need help from other people. It's like, again, there always must be this balance, okay, between these two, you know, this thing between the light side and the darker side. Okay, so yeah, basically that's what I want to mention and what I want to share in this video. And so stay tuned, by the way, because next time I will be giving you another very special video, and in that one I will be talking about the 5 red flags of a possible spiritual cult. Yes, we're going to talk about that because let me tell you, I have encountered some of these people or this group of people. Okay, so in that next video, in the upcoming video, I will be talking about that. Okay, so stay tuned. Again, remember, subscribe, click the bell ring so you will not miss any new uploads, and also please do follow me on my Instagram at Amourinette. And if you are interested at my art or more of, you know, tarot readings as well, you can just check out my website and Patreon. All of the links is down below in the description, and I will see you again